Minneapolis neighbors are creating barriers to block U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement as a show of resistance to really lower the cortisol in Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen. We are no stress. We never stress in Minnesota. We are a bunch of blondes, or at least we were. I'm just kidding. Never exactly were. We created this beautiful blended culture of, Native Americans, Germans, the Swedish, the Norwegian. There was a nice toss and turn up of a ton of different cultures and whatnot. And whatnot, like, people can point out, they can go, oh, you're overrun, you're Captain Phillips, you got your governor having people look in his face and go, I am the captain now. And I would love to say this, it hasn't always been like that. It's a relatively new course of action. And it's relatively relegated to the major cities. And it's Michigan. You're thinking of Michigan where, like, Dearborn, like, who's heard of Dearborn, Michigan, where the Muslim mayor is telling people, you are not welcome here because you are an agent of non-peace. Like, cool. We're not like that yet. We haven't gone that far. Minnesota's on its way. We'll talk about it in the future, maybe a couple of years from now. But in a move that is turning neighborhood watches into neighborhood blockades, residents across Minneapolis are taking a direct action to stall federal immigration agents. Since the launch of the massive Operation Metro Surge in December, locals have been setting up makeshift barriers from parked cars and physical roadblocks to disrupt the grab-and-go tactics used by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. For many in the Twin Cities, these are just like, what's it called? They are building up these sort of, have you ever seen Bad Piggies or, Angry Birds, like the thing that the pigs build up where it's built of wood and like corrugated metals and like ice, whatever they can literally find, not ice, the agents, but like blocks of ice. Like literally they'll just grab from the materials around them and they will construct this thing. And I'm in full support of ice moving in there with the birds and knocking these forts down, because that's kind of the game. That's the point of the game, is you have to knock down the pigs. But the pigs in this case are not law enforcement. They're these weirdo, these like, I'm sorry to say it, like these 60-something women with like no time on their hands. This woman, she shows up, she's got complete white hair. She just looks blasted, quite frankly. It looks like an early morning, and this woman looks like she's half in a bag. Let's take a look at this clip.
We are literally creating a place that we know who's coming and going in and out of our neighborhoods.
Yeah. You want a border so that you know who is in and out of your neighborhoods because you prefer to know who your neighbors are? That's kind of almost exactly like what ICE is there to do, but whatever. That's chill. That's all right.
A makeshift roadblock turned this intersection into a roundabout. Cars slowed as drivers noticed, some honked, others asked questions, and one man brought food for the people standing watch.
It's kind of inspiring.
Wow,
We've got folks out there who are kind of taking care of us, looking out for us.
Oh my God, this guy's, we got people who are looking out for us, trying to protect us. It's the most not nonsense bullshit argument. I'm sorry, these people are blocking up traffic. They've turned an intersection into a roundabout so that they can check who's coming in and out of their neighborhood. What the fuck are we doing?
Police stepped in, clearing the roadblock and restoring flow of traffic. Still, residents say the roadblock was necessary.
We need to keep our neighbors safe, so we will be doing this again.
Yeah, that's almost like what ICE is doing. They're trying to keep their neighbors safe. It's kind of weird how people can like work like that. You know what I mean? People are complex.
We are currently in the south side of Minneapolis, so I want to show you a new form of resistance against ICE, another iced-out method that's growing and developing. You hear these road blockades. This is at least the fourth one in just a 1-mile radius I've seen. I talked to one of the demonstrators here, and they said it's about more than resistance. It's about bonding with your neighbors. They also have flyers they're issuing out that straight call for 10, 100, and 1,000 blockades. So this is really a response to ICE's rapid grab-and-go methods, where they're trying to move as quickly as they can through city streets. Stay with KARE 11 for the latest information.
So they're actively blocking up traffic. This is unfortunate because this is going to get more people killed. The community apparently, in their words, they feel under siege. What's the solution to this? Not building blockades, not building up, we're real revolutionaries. I'm sorry, these people are not going to be remembered like the Boston Tea Party revolutionaries. You guys are going to be remembered like the nonsense protesters who get sprayed with when they bust a hydrant just to dispel a crowd of you loonies, and then they spritz you a little bit, and then for some reason people go, The pavement burned my skin when the water pushed me back. It's like, well, you shouldn't have been doing that shit. Sorry to say it. That's just kind of... I'm sorry. I have a very sensical way of operating, and if people don't like it, that's it.
Police are stepping in after a community created their own method of public safety against ICE. Uba Ali joins us live in Minneapolis.
Uba Ali, my sister. My sister. I love this.
With more on
what up, Uba Ali?
Well, Frank, they say this is all in the name of public safety. A grassroots response to immigration enforcement, they say, is hurting their communities.
Communities.
At this roundabout at 34th and 17th, flames burn as people stand guard.
We are literally creating a place that we know who's coming and going in and out of our neighborhoods.
That's kind of what immigration enforcement is trying to do, but with the nation, kind of, and you're standing in their way. But that's chill.
At 32nd and Cedar Avenue, a makeshift roadblock turned this intersection into a roundabout.
Goofy.
Cars slowed as drivers noticed, some honked, others asked questions, and one man brought food for the people standing watch. Hi, sir. Thank you so much. How did it make you feel just seeing a community checkpoint in your neighborhood?
Well, it felt fine. I don't have any trouble with folks helping out.
Wade Haynes has been standing at this corner twice a day for one reason: to stand up against ICE activity and keep his community safe. He chose this corner. Others chose this intersection.
It's kind of inspiring. It's like, wow, okay. We've got folks out there who are kind of taking care of us, looking out for us. That's good.
But Minneapolis
looking out for us. That's
stepped in,
good.
clearing the roadblock.
Good.
And restoring flow of traffic.
Honestly,
This is vigilantism. We can't be encouraging this sort of behavior. You're blocking up traffic with garbage, and you're making this place look like a third world country. You loony. Wash your hair. This woman they're interviewing, she has this fucking frizzy, this gray hair, and she looks disheveled, and her eyebrows look a mess. She needs to get in a salon right now. And I'm sorry, honey, but that whatever jacket you're calling, that fucking Lester Nygaard from Fargo jacket that's just fucking huge, you need to drop that shit, and you need something that hugs your curves. You look like shit, mama.
and it's sad about it.
Still, residents say the roadblock was necessary.
We need to keep our neighbors safe, so we will be doing this again.
I'm sure you will.
A city spokesperson
I'm sure you will, because she has nothing to do this weekend, so she's gonna be out and about.
said they cleared the street to ensure public safety for the neighborhood and emergency vehicles.
Good. This is not the only things that are happening. They're like, what's it called? They're trying to use encrypted apps like Signal. Neighbors are operating like the sophisticated ICE Watch networks, as we've already covered, to track unmarked federal SUVs in real time. When a sighting is reported, volunteers, they'll often arrive within minutes and use whistles, they'll honk horns, they'll use their own vehicles to create friction for the agents, as they like to call it, when really it's just obstruction. These groups argue that they create noisy physical presences that they can provide enough of a window for the undocumented neighbors to seek safety. You know what I mean? It's like they are against the idea that their country should be a bastion of legality. They are against the idea that the United States should be a place of laws where they are enforced. It's unfortunate because these people have been indoctrinated by the idea that ICE is purely picking people up only because they're brown, only because they're black, beating them up, leaving them out of shit. And admittedly, I can't say that none of that is happening, because just like with every police officer, unfortunately, yes, there's dicks. I'm not going to defend the Fargo PD, but I'm also going to defend them every day because Fargo needs a PD. I'm sorry, it's a city that is on the brink if you don't have police officers. That's just a fact. You need police officers, you need immigration enforcement, and these fucking loons are going to Target and blocking up the I want to go to Target, I want to get Starbucks, and now I'm going to have to go through the fucking drive-thru.
Target stores are not for ICE. Workers shouldn't pay the price. Till Target kicks ICE out of the store, we won't shop here anymore. Till Target kicks ICE
Out of the store, we won't shop here anymore.
Target kicks
Faggots.
ICE out of the store, we won't shop here anymore. Till Target stores are
I'm sorry, if you want to see this, if you would love to see this, this is someone named Activist Derek on TikTok. Yeah, they're real activists down there in Minneapolis, guys. This show of resistance. I mean, between all of like the protest music that we're getting, through the winter's ice and cold, that terrible Bruce Springsteen song that every boomer Gen X is gonna pretend to love because they still love Bruce Springsteen because he interviewed Obama one time. Listen, we just have to be honest. We have to get real. The shit that's going down in Minneapolis is cringy, and I cannot wait to be down there again to film it all for you guys, because this is too fun. I have too much fun with cities like this. I have too much fun, especially when it's in my own state. I love the feeling of like, yeah, people really feel like they're making a difference. And I understand that what they seem to think they're fighting against is like, yes, it is bad for the country that we have people out there in the streets patrolling with masks and whatnot. I agree with you. That is not an inherently good image to have. Still enforcing the law, regrettably. In most instances, they are executing warrants. They are not able to go to prisons and arrest the people that are already in custody, because most of the time these states refuse to work with them. So where else are they supposed to go but to the streets? It's unfortunate, and I hate the way that it's being executed, but the way to solve it is not the way that these imbeciles, the way that these absolute enemies of society, enemies of order are trying to attempt it. It is sickening. I don't want to be associated with it. It is something that it is a wing of the left that I feel is getting too much traction. It's getting too much in people's heads where it's the cute winter boots trend all over again. Do you remember that? Remember when people were doing the cute winter boots trend? Exactly. No one will. Just like no one will remember this. I'm sorry. Unless they go and burn down another Target, unless they actually go and do more shit, no one will remember this, and no one will remember Alex Preddy and Renee Good, in the words of Bruce Springsteen, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, it sucks. This whole situation sucks. And sanctifying randos who got themselves into unfortunate situations with ICE, it's not going to make your side look any better. It's not going to make our side look any better. It's not going to win. We're not winning. No one's winning. The blue wave hopefully is on its way for the midterms, but it's probably not coming. We don't know. And then when we actually think we're winning, we never make any meaningful progress in any direction. It's fine.